It's good to be close to your partner, but what if that closeness becomes too much? If you are worried that your girlfriend is too clingy or needy, then you're going to ought to get to the lowest of what goes on. Clinging behavior is not only annoying, but if left unchecked it can become a toxic trait in a relationship. In this video, I'll share 9 reasons why your girlfriend is acting clingy and what you can do to fix it. 1. She feels insecure. Clingy behavior in a relationship often stems from insecurity. That insecurity could be specifically about the relationship. For example, she might feel unsure of where she stands. She might worry that she is going to lose you. She might be scared that when she's not around you could cheat on her. The lack of confidence can also have extra to do with deep-rooted lack of confidence inside herself. Could she have some self-esteem or self-worth issues? People who feel confident and secure in themselves tend to feel more confident in their relationships too. That's because they know what they have to offer, and so rest easier in the belief that their partner is lucky to have them. 2. She hasn't got a life. If your girlfriend is lacking in hobbies and interests outside of your relationship, then she might be needier than normal. This is especially true if she doesn't have many friends or isn't close to family. Being clingy isn't always a direct reflection of what's going on between you two. Sometimes it points to what is, or more accurately, isn't, going on in her own life. She is probably feeling lonely, bored, unfulfilled, or simply undeniable unhappy whilst you aren't round. It may be that she has a tough time filling the hours, and so has inadvertently builds an excessive amount of her international round you. If she is now no longer getting obtainable and doing things, then she is going to begin searching out approaches to replenish her days. That approach constantly relying on you. The reality is that many of us can get swept up in romance. It's understandable that we end up neglecting other priorities. When you're flooded with feel-good hormones by being around your beau, you can't get enough. If you feel like she doesn't have much of a life away from you, that's probably why she is being so clingy. 3. You have different personality traits. It's always useful to figure out what exactly it is that you find clingy about your girlfriend. For example, maybe she is naturally a touchy-feely person or a very attentive girlfriend, and this clashes with how you tend to be in a relationship. You might be very independent and need a lot of time alone, whilst she enjoys company when she does things. Compatibility in relationships is an essential part of whether or not they last. Attraction by myself isn't enough. Whilst positive behaviors is probably agreed upon as absolutely over the pinnacle via way of means of maximum human beings in society, the fact is that there isn't a clean, incorrect and proper manner to act in a relationship. Some men may really like an extremely attentive girlfriend. Some guys may also want to text their girlfriend 15 times a day. I'm not saying that clingy behavior isn't unhealthy, I'm just trying to highlight that a lot of it also comes down to compatibility. One person's version of clingy is going to be different to someone else's. You may be compatible in some aspects but not in others. If you can't find enough common ground, it might be that you're not right for each other. 4. She expects too much from the relationship. And who can blame her really? Rom-com movies and the fairy tales we grew up reading mean that such a false image of romance is pushed on us from an early age. Too many little girls are waiting for their Prince Charming. And it can lead to big disappointment when real-life relationships don't match up. She can be clingy due to the fact she has an unrealistic concept approximately what it approach to have a boyfriend. Rather than being liable for her personal happiness, she needs you to be. Whilst that could sound extreme, it's a ways greater common, among each guys and women, than you would possibly think. So many people are hoping that a relationship is going to be the answer to all their problems. We fall in love with an ideal version of someone instead of the real person. We try to fix our partners and end up destroying relationships. We try to find someone who completes us, only to fall apart with them next to us and feel twice as bad. While watching, I felt like someone understood my struggles to find and nurture love for the first time, and finally offered an actual, practical solution to creating healthy relationships that work. If you're done with frustrating relationships and having your hopes dashed over and over, then this is a message you need to hear. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. 5. She's really into you. Let's look on the bright side for a moment. It could be worse. She could be flaky, dismissive, and make zero effort. She may be clingy, but that most likely means that she is trying to be proactive with her interest in the relationship. She is just, perhaps unwittingly, going a bit overboard. One of the maximum easy factors for her clingy conduct is that she truly likes you and cares approximately you. She wishes it to work, and as a consequence, she is making an attempt a chunk too tough to make certain it does. She won't even recognize that she is being over the top. She can be looking to be the quality lady friend ever. Unfortunately, this is manifesting in what feels like excessive affection. Just remember that behind it all, she is probably just trying to do everything she can to show how she feels about you. 6. You're not on the same page over the relationship. Maybe the relationship is more serious for her than it is for you. If she is behaving clingy towards you or you interpret her behavior as stifling, it can suggest a certain amount of unbalance in the relationship. How do you experience approximately her? Is it shifting a piece too fast? Do you experience like she wishes something you can't provide her? Are you feeling freaked out with the aid of using the extent of dedication you suspect she wishes from you? Sometimes people are on a different relationship timetable to one another, and this shows. It could be that you want different things out of it. Maybe she keeps talking about moving in together in the near future, but you're not ready for that. If it feels like things are moving too fast for you, you may need more space than she does. 7. She isn't getting her needs met by you. A friendly reminder that in every relationship it takes two to tango. She may start to become clingy if she feels like she isn't getting what she needs currently out of the relationship. The unlucky element is, when one character pulls back, it is able to purpose the alternative in according to understand on even tighter. If she senses that something is up, that you have withdrawn, that you are less attentive, that she is not a priority for you, she may subconsciously compensate. It's one of those irritating psychological things: the tighter we hold on, the more we lose someone. But the more we lose someone, the tighter we feel like we need to grab on. It's always good to self-reflect on how you behave in the relationship. Are you spending enough quality time with her? Do you give her any compliments or reassurances? Are you dismissive or understanding when she feels upset? Before you totally blame her for being clingy, check in on whether your actions could be inadvertently making things worse. 8. You have different love languages. It could be that her needy behavior is because your ways of expressing feelings are different from each other. Have you heard of love languages? We all have special love languages and display affection in a special way. Yours and hers can be special. It's regularly less difficult whilst a pair stalks the identical love languages, due to the fact it's less difficult for them to interpret and recognize every other's loving acts. But if she shows love through quality time, acts of service, and physical touch, whilst you prefer buying gifts and giving compliments, it can be trickier. You need to get to know and understand how each other prefers to show and be shown love in the relationship. 9. She has an anxious attachment style. If your girlfriend's clingy behavior goes way beyond just sending you one too many texts when you're on a boys' night out, it could be that she has some deeper mental health issues. Perhaps she has some abandonment issues or some kind of past trauma. She may have developed an unhealthy attachment style because of her past. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.